Hi, everyone, and happy Saturday. Greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. I'm feeling a bit foggy this morning. I'm not sure if it's my allergies. Oh, wait, the sun's out now. A little while ago here in the mid-Michigan area, we were blanketed with a beautiful layer of dense fog. Had to drive in even with the headlights on this morning, but looks like that is dissipating and being replaced with some bright sunshine. So hopefully it's going to be a nice day. We haven't seen the sunshine here in the mid-Michigan area for what feels like almost a week or so. It's just been kind of drizzly and dreary and, the kind of weather that makes you want to stay inside and spin records, which is what we do. So anyhow, we're back at it. It is Saturday. It is the end of September. Where did it go? Seriously, I mean, blink, it's July, blink, it's October all of a sudden. Time marches on, I suppose. So as with it comes lots of exciting things because now we're into fall, which is personally one of my favorite times of year. But we do have one last gasp of summer, according to the weather forecast coming up probably as soon as tomorrow. Sunday and into Monday and Tuesday with temperatures getting back up into the 80s. But you're not here for the weather. There's tons of other YouTube channels that have the weather forecasters who are much more competent than I. A lot that aren't, but some that are at least. Let's say a couple of quick good mornings and then get on with our business today. Checking in from Toledo. Betty saying good morning and sunny down there as well. Glad to hear that. Pat saying good morning to everyone. And on the west side, Mr. Savino saying hi from Grand Rapids. Let me show that again real quick. I know I'm teasing you, man. There we go. Mr. Carlson, Steve Carlson, good morning to the members of the Radio Quiz. It's not a fan club. No, if it were a fan club, I'd have buttons and newsletters and things like that. But I guess this is a visual newsletter, isn't it? Join Steve Carlson from the vinyl community and I, by the way, each Sunday for our podcast. Latest editions thereof goes up on Sunday evenings. Make sure you check that out when you get a chance on iHeartRadio and Spotify and right here on our YouTube channel. Chuck saying good morning as well. Good morning, Chuck, and good morning to Gary as well. Thank you guys all for being here. Well, yeah, as I mentioned, October is upon us, and I'll make my prediction. Let me go on. Hold on here. I predict you don't need to be a rocket surgeon to guess that the Record Store Day Black Friday list, yeah, it's moving awful darn quick. But my guess is that the Record Store Day Black Friday list will be out sometime next week. I don't know, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but definitely sometime next week is my guess. I could be wrong, just like the weather. I could be wrong. I'm not being a very good prognosticator at this point in time, but it's due very soon. And if history serves, it'll be sometime here in the next week or so. So look for that list when that does drop. By the way, we will share that on our social media pages, the Facebook page primarily, and then we'll mention it. I'll probably do another little special preview video on the YouTube channel as well. We'll do, I don't know if it'll be live, maybe it'll be a YouTube one. And you can probably guarantee that Steve and I will talk about the list coming up on an edition of the podcast as well. But just a heads up, this I do believe is going to be coming up here soon in the next week. We'll see that. And when that does, we'll get that out and share it with you guys and make sure you're up to date. I don't know what kind of expectations I have. I mean, the April Record Store Day was just phenomenal. So, man, they're going to, I'll be honest with you, the Black Friday lists never quite the same. They're not meant to be. It's a different event completely than the Record Store Day proper in April, but still, we should get some cool stuff. We'll see what happens as we get a little closer to that as well. Let's see. Asking if Steve didn't score the elevator. No, Steve did not. I'll talk him into it tomorrow. I don't know about that. Tyler, good morning. Oh, Tyler picked up an Eagles MoFi, and he says it sounds absolutely amazing. This was due for release. Wow, it feels like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, but as it is with our store and our distributor and the MoFi stuff, it shows up late. But Tyler did get one. I do have another copy. It's Hotel California. It's a one-step double LP, 45 RPM, books, bells, whistles, all that good stuff. Well, I think they edited the bells and whistles out, but I think I've got another copy of that showing up next week, and those are going to be hard to score down the line. So a little pricey, but it's a MoFi, and I think it's one of the real MoFis if you follow that. If you followed that controversy. Rocket Surgeon. Yep. Please feel free to use that, Pat. Good morning from Grand Rapids. Another West Ender saying hey. And Tyler said it was worth the wait on that Movi. And here's the sweaty palms over there. And actually, I'll be honest, Steve had seen that in the store here. It's been languishing, waiting for the right moment to drop on the shelves. We're talking about the that 13th floor elevators, high dollar collectible. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. As well. Okay, before we get to the new releases, just a couple of other quick reminders and things I wanted to mention to you about. The merch page on our website is still active. We're still adding stuff to it. The stickers that we talked about, I've showed you guys this for the past few weeks or so. We've got these 33 1/3 stickers, car safe ones. So if you want to tell people how far you didn't run, but how fast you spin, those things are cool. We are going to be having more and more stuff show up on our website and our merch page, and our partners with this, with an organization called Pause, Commit, Rise. Rachel and her good band of folks are working with us on our merch side of the website. Our regular website, though, I can just show you here. It's at radiowastelandrecords.com. This is in dire need of an update this way. I mean, the stuff underneath is current with the pre-orders and things. This stuff's on me, and I'm going to be working on that here before we get busy enough with the Black Friday stuff, hopefully, to get this a little bit updated. But if you go to radiowastelandrecords.com, you can get yourself to the merch page by simply clicking on this menu up in the upper left, and then you will see the, if I can see it, it was here just a second ago, right? It's the first one. Radio Wasteland Records merch. And then that'll pop you to this landing page. And I've got to add some more stuff on here, but you can click right on the merch page and that'll open up another website. Don't worry, it is safe. It's Pause, Commit, Rise. And then our sub page of this is the Radio Wasteland Records merch page. Fully available now for your ordering pleasure are any style and color of t-shirts, plenty of different colors to choose from now. By the way, t-shirts, we will have our in-store supply of t-shirts next week. We talked with the folks over there, and we will have these things in store next week. It's going to be the orange of our regular main logo, and then we will have the retro logo on black tees, not the women's, but we'll have some regular t-shirts in with that logo in. I think that's there too. But on the website, you can order just about any color you'd like. You're not stuck to the orange. Like, it's hunting season, so maybe you do want that. But you can pick up any color you like. The coffee cups, I know some folks have been asking about the Radio Wasteland Records mugs. We do have some of these still en route. We're working on that to get those here in the store. That should be hopefully before the holiday season. We'll get those in stock and ready to go. And the stickers and other stuff is not quite available yet. But as we move toward Black Friday, I can guarantee you that we will have a lot of that stuff in there. Oops, you know what? That did not go. I've been talking about this the whole time. You guys didn't tell me that did not go. Share this tab instead. There we go. All right, there's the Pause, Commit, Rise. Thank you for your patience. This is my first day with the technology, of course. I'm still learning how to use that. When you go there, yes, you can see that there are t-shirts all over the place and the mugs and even some hoodies in different colors. But we'll have these orange t-shirts and the black retro logo t-shirts, as I mentioned, in store coming up not tomorrow, next week. So we will have all of that. But in the meantime, those of you who are out of the area and you still want to sport some RWR swag, you can at least get it on the t-shirt side of things. And from there, you can check out the Pause, Commit, Rise website and see what other stuff that they work with as well. Some great stuff and some great people on there as well. I thought that was working before. My bad, it is not. So, all right, let's get on with our stuff here. And this is probably the comments. Let me see here that they're not showing up. Oh, no, here we got Ken from Australia. Man, way over on the other side. Thank you, sir, for joining us here as well. And Gary got mugged. Did you get a mug? Is that what we didn't have them in store yet, but we will get them. Okay, onward to the new releases, and then a couple words about that high-end collectible that's out as well. Don't forget to check out the website, radiowastelandrecords.com, and from there, just look for the merch page as well. You can see all of that other stuff. Okay, In store, released yesterday, brand new Wilco. This one's called Cousin. Have not listened to it yet, but from what I've heard, it's kind of a throwback to their more progressive sounds. They've been experimenting with a little more countrified stuff, but I guess this is a little more straight up the Wilco that you're used to. One copy of that in left, and I think it's just on black vinyl. We can get more of that if needed. Not a new release, but from a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me, but it had been delayed. This is a new Olivia Rodrigo, and it's called Guts. This is the lavender vinyl version. I don't know why we didn't get these earlier, but well, I do know why. There's been some goofs ups. If you guys heard, we're working through some distributor issues, but we do have a couple copies of that left in. Single copy of KK's Priest, Sinner Rides Again. Some good metal stuff from Downing and Company. Richard Wright, the late keyboardist. Let me turn this a little bit, from Pink Floyd. This is a solo album he did. Oh, heck, going back to, I'm going to have to think of when that was originally done. It was in the 80s. It sounds a little like Floyd until it doesn't sound like Floyd. Wright had a great influence in the band. It's a great album, but don't expect it to be Pink Floyd. It ventures into that jazz fusion keyboard territory before it's hard to describe. Listen to it online if you get a chance, but it is a very good album, especially for you Floyd fans who want to do a little crossover into that jazz fusion-esque type stuff. This one I believe is on colored vinyl, blue marbled vinyl. That's the last copy I've got in store right now, but can get more. Oh man, I was looking forward to this, and we finally did get some copies. This is the last one we've got because it's been selling. Cake's reissue of Comfort Eagle, first time legally on vinyl, I believe. Some great stuff. This is the one with short skirt, long jacket, and of course, the title track, Comfort Eagle, one, my favorite Cake tune on there. Last one in. I think I can get more of those if you so desire. One copy left of Yellow Cards, Ocean Avenue. I know some folks were looking for that. We do have that reissue in stock, just released. And some restocks. We're going to be getting a few more of these. I got a Rolling Stones Honk. This is another compilation, best of, from them from, this was a couple of years ago, 2019. So it's got some early Stones. It's got some later Stones on there. Yeah, it's about right. A little bit of, Tumbling Dice, Miss You, Brown Sugar, some older stuff, not the old stuff, but then it's got newer stuff like Harlem Shuffle on here. And don't forget that new Stones album coming out here. Oh, geez, November, I think that one is. Make sure you got pre-orders if you want that one. We got a couple of reissues of Traffic, the Mr. Fantasy, and Shootout at the Fantasy Factory. Not the cut corners, but if you really need me to, I'll cut the corners off of that for you. No, I won't do that. A couple copies of the Yardbirds Greatest Hits. This was a reissue from late last year, I think. So some cool stuff from the early Yardbirds. Many, many different incarnations of the Yardbirds Greatest Hits out there. So check out our drop video from yesterday. It's on the Facebook page and, more importantly, on the YouTube channel to see some of the other stuff we didn't talk about. Lots of the great vintage vinyl from that is left, as well as this big, heavy hitter. Holy cow, it's a heavy hitter. We've got a copy of Easter Everywhere from the 13th Floor Elevators. This is an OG. This is an original copy. Been cleaned up in the VPI. The cover is in really great shape. And what makes this worth a little bit, and I got to be very, very careful with it because it does have that coated cover that shows the fingerprints. So we have verified the pressing on this, and it is worth a little bit. I've got a triple digit that starts with 3 as a price tag on here, but this one is worth it. Vinyl is not the best, but it's a lot better than what you'd think for an album of this caliber. So it's worth the money we've got going into this as well. So if you're interested in this, talk to me about it. Let me know. I mentioned the website, and there is a collectible vinyl page on our website. That is one that I'm working on rehabbing. Right now, I can only put stuff on there that has UPC codes, which doesn't bode well for older stuff like this OG that does not have a UPC code attached to it. So I'm working on ways to offer this stuff after they sit in store for a while. We'll get them up on our website for those of you who are out of the area that may be interested in some of these heavy hitter, the real great collectibles that we do have in store here. So we will get you going with that. Okay. But check out that video. The other thing too with the YouTube channel, we're still doing very well with that. I think we're kicked up to close to 1,400 subscribers, but it always helps if you like, comment, share the videos. When you comment from the YouTube side on a live video, it doesn't technically show back up. So if you're watching this after the fact, drop a comment, say hi, like, share. The algorithm at the YouTubers, that does wonders to help spread our stuff around on there. Okay. I think that is where we are at. I don't know if there's anything else I need to mention today. It looks like it's going to be a great day to get some pre-leaf fall yard work done if you need to. But then if you want to take a little bit of time afterwards, stop on by here at the store. We are at 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland. Gary says, make up our own UPC. I could, but that doesn't always work because if the UPC is not generalized in the system, that won't go. Mr. Pash on the west side loves the smell of vinyl in the morning, as do I, provided it's clean and not that musty, moldy smell. And up in the UP, good morning, Mother, saying hi as well. Okay, 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland. Stop by and see us. Open today, Saturday from now. Unless there's somebody waiting when I unlock the door, until 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Sunday, from the 1st of October, Sunday, from 12 noon until 5 p.m. So swing by and see us. Closed on Monday and Tuesday. If that record store day list does drop, oh, thanks, Jim. Yeah, cool, Fred. Thank you. If that record store day Black Friday list drops on our days off, we will share and then touch base with you online at the soonest possibility that we have on there. So, all right, folks, it is time for me to get going, get the record spinning, the lava lamp percolating, and get on with our day. We hope to see you if you get a chance to. If not, we will talk to you next week right here live from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here, everyone. Have a great weekend.